The next person who takes over is Liam, George.
Yep. It's going to be 2 hours of quiet reading of Star Wars knowledge. No, Jeff.
This is the game channel. And today we shall be looking at Master Yoda's wrinkles. We shall be counting Master Yoda's ball sack wrinkles. Then we shall be looking at Obi-Wan's pubic hair. And his ass hair. This is the game channel. And that is all.
I think it's
Poor Liam's reputation getting dragged to the mud.
And that's the problem with 2 hours of Star Wars knowledge. I mean, it's not like you can do anything about it anyway. It's my podcast. Yeah. So, my podcast. I'll have you know that we will be talking about Master Yoda's ball sack, and his wrinkles, and the wrinkles in his ball sack, and Obi-Wan's wrinkles and ball sack, and arse hair, and Obi-Wan's pubic hair and arse hair. I mean, so what? Who cares, you know? I mean, I could talk about it in this podcast, and it could be the most popular podcast on your channel. And you'll have me to thank. You'll have moi to thank. Thank you very much. Oh, and George, I did see that bit, I'm afraid. So now I'll take my revenge and say, this is the gaming channel, and I've taken over.
No! What is this? What is this? What is this?
What? Oh, yes.
Here we go. We should just have this on for the whole podcast, for the laughs. Here we go then. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. There. Sorry. The floor's yours.
Yep. So I have taken over, but in all seriousness, we won't be talking about, what I just mentioned,
No, that's fine. That would have been brilliant. That would have been hilarious.
Well, perhaps I can make some arrangements then. I could change a few segments if you want.
Yeah, or maybe just pop it on at the end.
Maybe. So might as well get into it, haven't we? So
wait, can I just say a few ground rules? Sorry to interrupt you. Because with the George podcast, there was a few ground rules. The rules were I can't kick him, and that was it because it's just so tempting to kick him. And I can't skip segments because I would have skipped quite a few. Not all of them, but some of them. So with this one, there's no gaming channel impressions, which is going to be very difficult. No memes or inside jokes or glass of wine jokes. And what was the other one? No kicking Liam. But again, that isn't going to be an issue because you don't do anything to warrant being kicked. So, but yeah. So anyway, let's get into it then, yeah.
Okay, so the first topic is actually related to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh shit! Hey,
yeah.
Cool.
It's about the Kenobi show and the fact that the poster was released recently. Is it worth screen sharing the article or?
Sure, yeah, if you want to, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know whether to or not.
How do I let you take over and screen share?
I've got a share option here, so I don't know whether I can do it myself.
See if it lets me give you permission or something.
Let me see. There we go. So it says choose. So it says.
Wait, this could be someone totally different, so I don't want to risk it. Actually, even if it's highly unlikely it's someone different, I'll wait for the camera to pop up. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
that's it. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So recently, we got the date for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, 25th of May. So just over 2 months away, and we've got the poster here as well. So have any of you seen the poster yet?
No, I haven't. This is my first time looking at the poster. And, I mean, we know that it's based on him in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. and for all the duration of his time in between that, he was just chilling on Tatooine looking after Luke. It's never been explored in the Star Wars media. The only thing closest to it is like some fan fictions and like a brick film I watched about Obi-Wan being stuck in Tatooine and doing shit. So it'll be cool that, because the thing is, we only see him in Revenge of the Sith and all that, and then he's like, "Hello there," and then we see him in A New Hope being like, "Oh yes, good day." So we don't actually see his struggles and his, the difficulty. Basically, we don't see like him mentally suffering after he had to decapitate Anakin, and Anakin was still alive, and then became Darth Vader and ran rampant and killed loads of people, and the Empire ruined everything. And you feel like Obi-Wan's going to have to live with that and carry a lot of that guilt. So yeah, it should be very interesting. The post looks great. Tatooine, clouds, Ewan McGregor walking on the sand. Cool title.
Yeah. I was going to say though, Obi-Wan's time on Tatooine, his exile, all of that's been explored in books and comics, but yeah, we just haven't had it on screen. So we'll be getting on screen, which is cool. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be 6 episodes, and they're meant to be about an hour long each, which is good. So longer episodes, even though we'll have less, they'll be longer. So hopefully they'll use the time well. And it is one of the most important Star Wars shows as well, because it's got Obi-Wan, it's got Anakin and Vader as well. We'll have Vader in, and then we might have flashbacks of Anakin and all that. And so
Hayden Christensen's coming back, isn't he? So that should be interesting.
So so really looking forward to that, and hopefully it turns out well. What else? And it says here that it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, which means it'd be 9 years before A New Hope. And I mean, what's everyone looking forward to the most in the show? I suppose if you're interested in it.
Probably Hayden Christensen. Back as Anakin.
Oh yeah, to be fair, that'd be interesting. Yeah, especially after all this time. Yeah,
because this is the first time he's reprised the role, isn't it? Since Revenge of the Sith, I think.
Yeah, in Star Wars media, yeah.
In a sort of live action role, yeah, he obviously did a voice or two for the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
of course, because they was all like Ray, and then they said Ray William Johnson, and then Ray William Johnson and beheaded the Emperor, and that was the end of Star Wars. Brilliant.
And he did one episode of Equals 3 on it.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the battlefield, he just was like, Equals 3 here. We're going to look at some viral stuff. Jar Jar Binks is a fucking clown. These films suck. Bye. And then he ran off. That ending made me cry. Tears of joy out my bum. Brilliant.
Nice.
But yeah, if it comes to what I'm looking forward to, as I say, this hasn't been explored. I know you said in comics and all that jazz, it's been explored. So that's really cool that they've looked into it in that department. But as you said, it isn't on the live screen. It hasn't been on the live screen yet. And I'm glad I haven't read the books yet on it or the comics yet, because I mean, do you think they'll follow the books and the comics, or is it too much to cram into 6 episodes? Or
I was going to say they might they'll have lots to draw from, so they might. But then I've read some stuff about the show as well, and so there'll be some differences which are not in a lot of the comics and books, because a lot of them are not canon, because they were because of when they were made, and so they're part of the expanded universe. But there's some stuff that's been released a bit more recently, comic-wise, with Obi-Wan in Exile. But like I say, I think they might draw from some stuff, but also there'll be some new things in there which were sort of introduced or are more sort of prevalent in the current canon. So yeah.
Because wasn't this? I might be really misremembering this, and I haven't watched it. But wasn't there something in? Is it one of the animated ones? Is it Rebels or something where he fights Maul?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can outside of this that I think is featured in on Tatooine. I mean, apart from obviously the books and comics that you said, Liam.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Darth Maul was like pottering around for years and years and years, then he just got killed by Obi-Wan. It's just a bit weird, really. Like, I know he was good in Clone Wars and all that, but then we see him in Rogue One, but he already died in Rebels, so what the hell would have they done with him?
Do you mean Solo?
Sorry, yeah, Solo, yeah, he pops up at the end, his face on the hologram, and it's like, well, what the hell would have you done with him? Because he already died, like, he's already dead in Rebels, so he was dead before 2016, wasn't he, in Rebels? That happened before.
I think it was 2017.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's daft of him to kill him.
No, but Solo was 2018.
Oh, shit. So,
but Solo's set before Rebels.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, they would have done stuff with him in between Solo and Rebels, but it seems like they wouldn't have been able to do much unless... Well, they're going to do a TV show about every character, aren't they? I want them to do a TV show on Boss Nass and Jabba the Hutt's brother. You know the one in the Clone Wars film where he's going, "Oh no, help me!"
Oh, Zero. No, that's his uncle, believe it or not. Jabba's uncle. I know. I know. He's a good laugh, though, Zero. Yeah, I forgot about him actually when you were asking me about funniest Star Wars characters or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love a film, a Star Wars film about Zero, Jar Jar Binks, and Boss Nass, and it's like the Hangover films, and they go on a massive trek all over the place. That'd be brilliant. I don't know how they're going to transport Zero around because he's quite a fat bastard.
Yeah,
the Coruscant vehicles can only fit 2 people in mostly, unless it's like a big sort of ship thing. So good luck going on a lad's holiday. But where is there to go in the galaxy apart from Naboo? Everywhere else is a fucking shithole.
I just realised
are they?
Sorry, I just realised I was muted and I tried to do a Boss Nass impression.
Oh, wait, do it again, Ben, please. Please. Beautiful.
I just thought they need to go in this like a Hangover in the Star Wars universe. They need to go to Dex's diner and then go to that place where Obi-Wan got approached with the Death Sticks. And then,
oh yeah, on Coruscant. Yeah. Well, they could get to a lot of places on Coruscant, like the underworld. There'd be a lot of dodgy stuff there.
And then to Mos Eisley, where a hive has come and build me.
Yeah, Mos Eisley, and all that, Tatooine, yeah. I was going to say that, actually, James, in terms of... Oh, hello, George.
Oh. It's penis cam. No, I'm joking. George, are you there?
George!
Can you see me?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben, I was going to say your mic sounds a little bit like there's a thing blowing into it. Is your proper mic on in settings? Like, because I make that mistake a lot where I Oh no, I've made that mistake. I haven't got my Yeti on. Fuck's sake! Fucking hell! Oh, fucking hell! I'm an idiot.
I think you're right. Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, you sound a tiny bit quiet, but yeah. Hold on, I think my settings are really quiet too. For God's sake. Hello, does this sound all right or is it too loud?
Sounds fine on my end.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, yeah. So what were you saying, Liam?
I was going to say, because George just joined, the first segment, George, is just talking about the Kenobi show and the release date. I've just got the article up here. And have you seen the poster for it, George? Or I'll just put it up again.
George, what's happening? George, what the hell's going on?
I'm trying to figure something out.
Oh, sorry. I thought
I can see you and I can see Ben, but I can't see Liam and I can't see Al.
Oh.
No, but imagine just asking, all right, Liam, what do you think of this? All right, can we just skip to the next segment because George is just chowing down?
I'll just move on. 1 minute. I just want to see if there's anything else. And I suppose, does anyone have any theories about the show? What they think might happen?
I think they'll have a lot of prequels flashbacks because the Star Wars community loves a good prequels flashback, don't they? I loved seeing Grogu in the Jedi Temple and the 501st Legion trying to fire. That was really cool, and the Jedi and all that. What else could we have? Maybe Obi-Wan having a laugh with some of the 212 division on Utapau or something, or just like flashbacks to like the Clone Wars, but like in live action instead of it just being animated. And George, what the hell is that? Your foot? Oh, okay, phew, thank God. I was worried then.
Portrait.
Do you reckon they'll include anything of Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah. I think they will.
Because I think they'll. This is a bit of a mad theory, but I think because it'll be Qui-Gon trying to teach. Because doesn't he try to teach Obi-Wan how to
can hear
become a Force Ghost?
Sorry.
What
are you saying?
Hang on. I can hear James, and that's it.
Oh, that's why it's been so weird. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god, what the hell is this?
Wait, there's
everyone else
Liams?
is just a skinny thing.
Wait, what? There's 2 Liams.
What's going on? This is my show.
Wait, what?
I don't know how this happened again. How is this happening?
George, can you hear us now?
I can hear you, but I can't see it.
All right. Well, we'll
how
leave
does he have
now,
2
then.
running? Is he doing a test?
Sorry. So what were you saying, Aaron?
Yeah,
I was going to say, because, Qui-Gon Jinn obviously becomes a Force Ghost. He learns the way and all that. Because, obviously Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge... Oh, no, it's after he gets killed and he becomes a Force Ghost. So, obviously something happened in between that he learned how to do that. So, do you reckon that'll be in the new series?
Probably, yeah. Aaron, I've got a good question for you, though, right? Will you re-buy Disney Plus for this, then? Will you give this a watch?
Well... I shouldn't be saying this out loud, but I'm illegally using George's.
That's cool. So will you watch it then? Does this interest you?
Yeah, this interests me.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, The Mandalorian doesn't particularly interest me, and Book of Boba Fett doesn't interest me. Just being honest.
Blasphemy.
I just don't find him interesting. It's just.
Yeah. I guess you prefer probably like the Jedi side of things than Mandalorians going around like saying they'll flash their arse and not take their helmet off and all that jazz. So,
but I mean, the thing is, this is just my opinion with the Mandalorian. I just think that they're going to make a TV series out of anything now. I mean, I know it's a good series at the end of the day. I just don't. It's just not for me.
Fair enough. Each their own.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Obi-Wan will learn how to become a Force Ghost from Qui-Gon. I think Qui-Gon will talk to him. I think you might just hear his voice because he can't show himself as a Force Ghost, or at least I don't think he does till a year or two before New Hope in a I think an audio book or something like that. Yeah, I think he will. Don't know whether. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Yoda will because he's on Dagobah. So.
Yeah, Yoda just ran off and cowered away for like 50 years, so pointless.
Because Yoda told him about that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, but then there was meant to be that deleted scene as well where you hear Qui-Gon talking to Yoda, but that was cut out. So there's a
shame, really.
So there's that shot of Yoda on Polis Master before Bail Organa pops up, and then and I think that's meant to be Qui-Gon talking to him. So maybe. He can hear Qui-Gon, but we can't because it was cut out. I don't know.
It would have been cool if Qui-Gon did make a little appearance in Revenge of the Sith. It would have made it interesting. But I suppose it's a prequel. We already know everything that happens, so there's no anticipation to Qui-Gon being like, send the boy to Northern Ireland and then go home. You know, it would have been a bit boring.
Yeah. But yeah, he can't... It takes him longer to be able to manifest himself as a Force Ghost because in Attack the Clones as well, you only hear his voice. When Yoda's having those like visions or whatever, where Qui-Gon's going like no and all that, you know.
Yeah.
I've just seen what Aaron's put. Ooh, okay.
No, don't read it out loud.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm going to be the George for this stream. So no, I'm joking. I won't be. I'll take some effort.
But yeah, does Aaron or Ben, do you have any theories about the show? Or
well, potentially. I mean, I imagine it's going to involve like the Inquisitors or the sister or whatever they're called. You know, the Emperor.
Apparently, it's meant to. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's odd that he goes off-world, but then.
Well, whether he will, we'll have to see, won't we? I don't know.
Yeah, if he does, you know. But then maybe get this in Tatooine all this year, because that's pretty much the only planet this year when it comes to like live action Star Wars content.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I know there's meant to be certain circumstances where Obi-Wan can go off-world during his exile, but I just don't know whether I'd like to see that or whether maybe it'd be all right. Maybe I wouldn't mind and they could make it work, but I don't know. But yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Do you have anything, Aaron? Any theories or?
I
suppose you said about Qui-Gon, didn't you, and whatever, but.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else, to be honest, apart from Qui-Gon thing. Maybe it would be like, I've already said flashbacks, but maybe it would be like some stuff that happened in just before Revenge of the Sith that they show, like him and Anakin chilling and foreshadowing and stuff.
Yeah, we might even just get some flashbacks of like some scenes from those prequel films, perhaps. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or they might make the deleted scenes into canon if they include them. Which
to be fair, they I didn't think of that. They could do that.
George, can you hear everyone?
I can hear you and Liam.
Can you hear me, George?
Just a spinny screen, and Ben's just a picture.
Yeah.
Aaron, say something. See if George can hear
you. George, can you hear me? Hello.
I can't hear him. It's on the loading screen.
Oh, Ben, say something.
Oi, oi.
Did you hear that, George?
No, I can't hear Ben. I can't hear Az.
You can't hear me.
Never mind.
Shame.
I wonder what the background noise was. And hold on. Yeah, it's coming from Ben's end, but it must be the rain or something. It sounds like the rain. So nothing can be done.
Maybe it is. Yeah.
I think there's some background ASMR for the stream.
Yeah. Is your window open, Ben?
No, it's not for mine.
Okay, yeah, it's just as you're a bit high up, I guess it must be hitting you a bit hard.
Maybe it's because I changed the mic settings.
Might be because your mic sounds a bit different this time.
How does that sound now?
Sounded all right, I guess. Sounded fine.
Yeah, like, have you got it to your actual mic, and like, have you got the internal speakers as the speaker? And
it's the webcam's mic, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Have you got your own? I swear you've used your own mic before, haven't you?
I could try.
Add me back, George says. George, if you can't hear Ben and Aaron. You'll always wonder. Do you want to move on to the... Whoa! Ben's ran outside and he's just been blown over. Damn.
He's running to one of our houses, so Mike isn't. No, I'm joking.
Okay, so should we move on to the next segment then? Yeah. So next one is so we've done TV show, and now I'm going to mention a film because I saw this recently as well. Will it change the tab? I'm going to have to change the tab on, so I think.
Yeah. I'll remove that. So once you've got it up, I'll add it.
Okay.
Is the film we're going to talk about Despicable Me 3? I mean 4?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Unfortunately not. No. I've still got to watch the third one, to be fair. I still haven't watched that one. I've watched all of the others, like 1, 2, and Minions.
Oh, to be fair, I haven't watched Despicable Me 3.
No.
What was it about? When he's got his evil brother or cousin or something?
Yeah, I think,
Steve Carell does a load of like meth and he's really high pitched for the whole thing.
Okay, I've got So it's about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I suppose, it kind of like was a bit. I thought the news was a bit sad and whatever, but maybe it's not surprising. It's just that I saw an article saying that the Guardians 3 were the last time we see, the current Guardians of the Galaxy. Unless, like it says in this article, I think it says it a bit further down. About it's possible that certain characters might have their own TV shows because that's what's happening, and or they could still end up being in other films. But apparently James Gunn has said that Volume 3 will probably be the last. Because I think they're in Thor. Apparently, they're meant to be in Thor: Love and Thunder next, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
And then they'll be in this next year. So yeah, I thought that was. I mean, it's kind of sad, but I guess at the same time, maybe it's not too much of a surprise. And I think it said somewhere. I don't know if it says on this article, but that he wanted to properly wrap up the trilogy, I suppose. Properly wrap up the franchise. I think.
The thing is, though, I was going to say, it's like with the Avengers, there was 4 Avengers films, wasn't there? So they're not going to give Guardians any courtesy, are they? They're just going to be like, yeah, 4 Guardians films, here you go. No, sorry, 3, but they're going to feature heavily in that Thor film.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it just says here as well that he said, Q&A suggested that 4th installment would likely be by a new filmmaker and a new roster of Marvel characters if it were to happen.
So there might be a new... okay, so they might do more.
Maybe, but it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, he said about just it being a proper send-off and how there's a lot of pressure. And it says here as well that apparently here Rocket's past is reportedly a big part of Guardians 3, with Gunn also not completely ruling out a possible Drax and Mantis spin-off. So, and then it says here Karen Gillan, who plays Nebula, claimed the script is the best of the trilogy, but we'll have to see. But
who do you think is going to die?
I mean... if anyone does, I mean, it's Marvel, isn't it? So, no guarantees. Yeah. So, what does everyone think about that then? About the fact that it'll probably be the last one with the Guardians of the Galaxy we have at the moment.
Because I mean, the current in the MCU now, I think Ben would know more than me. But isn't Yondu the only original Guardian who is featured in the MCU, who's out the comics?
And then they reference some of the other characters.
Ben, you're really quiet.
Sorry, they reference some of the other characters in the post-credits. Sylvester Stallone plays a guy called Starhawk, I think, and he's supposed to have a more comic-accurate costume in Volume 3, which is cool.
I mean, I think by the 3rd movie, if you... Oh, did I cut Ben off then? I can't hear him.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say, by the 3rd Guardians movie, most movies you can sort of sum up the plot in 3, can't you? And anymore it starts to sort of drag on a bit, I think. Yeah. Especially something as big as the MCU. Because, they're going to have, with every movie that comes out now, you can probably get another 3 TV shows out of, so...
Yeah. We can have a TV show about Groot when he was young. We can have Groot going around in high school. We can have a show about Rocket being a pet to someone, being a pet to She-Hulk. We can have a show about Chris Pratt working at McDonald's or something. Batista being a roidhead. We've got so many different options here. Yeah.
I was going to say there was something in another article about this. What was it? Oh yeah, apparently I don't know if it was James Gunn who said this as well, but about how people often say, that it tends to be the case that the 3rd film is often the worst in the trilogy, but I mean it's not always the case, and hopefully this is great. So
the thing is, Infinity War was the 3rd Avengers film. That was the best Avengers film in my opinion. What else? Captain America 3, Civil War. No, not the best one. I think Winter Soldier was a bit better than that. As much as I subjectively love Civil War, Winter Soldier was definitely objectively better. What else? Oh, wait, No Way Home. That's the 3rd Tom Holland Spider-Man film. Brill.
Or Ragnarok as well.
Yep, great point. Ragnarok, yeah.
True.
I disagree with... Ragnarok's not my not my it's not my personal favourite anyway. I'd say out of the trilogy, the first Thor's my favourite. I think that's the best person. But the thing is with the MCU though is they're trilogies, but they're not like, because they're in the MCU. You know, you've got other films being made in between, and then the film previous to, say, like the second entry in Thor or whatever, will be linked to that one. So it's sort of following on from events from that in a way. So it's not like, it's not like trilogies like the Dark Knight trilogy or the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy where, that was the focus of at the time, of Marvel or perhaps DC, where they're just standalone films, and so it's different in that respect. Yeah. But what's going on?
To be honest, I'm looking at what George is doing. This is
George. The camera going over. It's like you're on the run.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
I'm trying to figure this out still, because
okay.
I've got my camera set up, so it's kind of a.
It's Paul.
Aaron,
quick.
Aaron, just go to George's house and sort his laptop out, man.
All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Drive towns away just to fix George's shit.
But I think there's other headphones won't connect to either. So.
I couldn't understand a word you just said.
I said the wired headphones won't connect either, so I'm having to use the Bluetooth one.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But I guess, does anyone else? What does anyone else think of it being the last time we'll see them? I guess.
Sorry, James.
I was just going to say quickly, all good things come to an end, don't they? Everything comes to an end. Every trilogy, quadrilogy, 5 films, 6 films, 7 films, 8, whatever, it always comes to an end. So I'm not really that fussed that we won't see those characters again. The only time I've ever really been gutted that we weren't getting an extra film was the Shrek franchise. When I heard that there wasn't when I was younger and I heard there wasn't a Shrek 5, I was like, no! I was really gutted. And then I heard, there might be a Shrek 5 in 2019, I heard. But then I realised, it's just going to be an Illumination reboot, that shit. But I guess you have to realise, shit just needs to be left alone eventually. Like, you just have to move on at the end of the day. Every good show comes to an end. It has a beginning, middle, and end. And you just can't get content out of things forever unless it's like a YouTuber or something. Well, not forever, but like, you can't get a ridiculous amount of content out of something. Basically, what I mean is like shows and stories that don't last forever, and ones that do last forever, e.g. Simpsons, WWE sports entertainment, but you can sort of I don't know. I won't count WWE, just The Simpsons. That's the longest show. It eventually got shit. And there's some shows that only have like 2 or 3 good series, and it goes down the toilet. So at the end of the day, every single film franchise, whatever, it always needs a beginning, middle, and end, whether it's a 1 film or a trilogy or a quadrilogy or anything above that. So you just got to enjoy it while it's around, and when it ends, it ends. So, as Aaron said, there's probably going to be like 3 TV shows made from it. So it probably isn't going to be a biggie, really, when you think about it, because you'll still get some Guardians content in some way, shape, or form with some members of that crew, but they won't be all together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, nowadays they keep bringing back these franchises, and they just won't let them end, will they? They just want them to go on forever.
It's like, I haven't bothered watching it, but one of my mates, the one friend of mine who just spams me with like 1 million photos of random things and then expects a response in like 2 seconds. But anyway, he was sending me loads of stuff, and like one of the things he sent me, he said, what do you think of the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? And I'm like, what are you going on about? And he was like, it's the new trailer. And I was like, I'm not. He sends me so much shit. Sorry, what?
Oh.
I thought someone said something, sorry. Anyway. So I swear, am I going mental? I swear someone just said something. I heard a bit of a bat. And then
I did too. I thought it was George at first, but was it?
But George's mouth didn't move. George's mouth didn't move.
Maybe it was Ben.
He can still make that noise that his mouth's moving.
He's just on autopilot. Anyway, as I was saying, my mate sent me loads of stuff and he was like, "Oh, can you react to the new Fresh Prince thing?" And I was like, "No, I'm not bothered. You know, it's whatever." And then I saw it on the telly and I thought, why have they changed the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was originally a brilliant sitcom, into something like insanely serious and modern? You need to let these things end, for God's sake. Stop bringing all these things back. It's the same with Lord of the Rings. They've like overhyped it to another level with this new TV show. It just looks like every other Hollywood bag of arse. Every other TV show. Sorry, not every other Hollywood bag of arse, but Hollywood stuff is like overhyped. And this new Lord of the Rings shit does look way overhyped and over the top and silly. You know, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're probably just milking it for the money. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I know there's a trailer for it recently. I haven't watched it yet, but I think when I originally found out about the announcement, which was a few years ago now, I wasn't really like sort of bothered, I guess. So
I would have loved. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but I would have loved them to like focus on things straight after Lord of the Rings, like Frodo leaving, Aragorn being king. I know you'd need new actors and actresses, but I'd either rather them focus on something straight after that, or do like a Selma Rillian story, which is years and years after, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, I haven't read that, but yeah, I suppose they could do stuff based off that. I mean, they've done a few video games, haven't they? And they did the most recent ones of those Middle Earth ones, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War.
They're meant to be good.
Yeah, I played Shadow of Mordor. That's good. Still need to play Shadow of War though. Oh,
have you seen this man? He was last seen running away from a certain shop that I can't name for legal reasons.
But. Yeah, I've just remembered as well. There was just a little thing I was going to talk about that was related to the last segment, which I forgot about. It's just the fact that John Williams is going to score he's going to provide the theme song for the Obi-Wan show.
That's really nice of him. I thought you were going to say John Williams is going to school or something. I thought, what the hell are you going on about?
Isn't John Williams like 100 now? I mean, no offense to the guy. He's legendary.
I think he's 90. He's 90.
Bloody hell, you've got to rate him all the music he's made, and the fact that he's still conducting music now and composing music. The man is an absolute don of the media industry. Well, just the industry, man, the film industry, the music industry. He is a don, honestly.
Yeah, he's a legendary composer, yeah.
John Williams, you are, not by a landslide, but by quite a lot, John Williams, you are the GOAT of making film music.
Yeah, because originally I thought he was going to return to score the whole show, but it's just the theme. And I think he wrote the theme for Solo as well.
Ben put a very nice comment. Can't get Mike to work, so gotta bow out early. But long live the gaming channel.
Thank you.
I'm gonna rewind the telly.
James, that was an inside joke. That was an inside joke.
I know, yeah. No. It's not related to Liam. It's not related to Liam, though, is it?
Okay. That's all good then.
If it was an inside joke, oh yeah, 2 more ground rules I forgot to mention. Well, technically, mash it into one. No, Noel Gallagher or Tommy Innit jokes. So yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so he's just doing the theme, and there was something else. Oh yeah, because I thought, well, I didn't know whether he possibly just retired. I know he'd retired from Star Wars, but he's just coming back to do this theme. But I mean, yeah, he's still composing stuff now, because it says here that he's composing the scores for another Steven Spielberg film. It's called The Fabelmans or The Fabelmans in November, and the 5th Indiana Jones film, which is meant to be coming out next year.
Oh man, that's going to be a bit of a.
I was going to say, because
Harrison Ford
isn't far off from John Williams' age.
He's he'll be 80 this year, Harrison Ford.
No, thing is, right, I swear in like 2012 there was like rumours of an Indiana Jones 5, and then the rumours went away, and I was so glad that they went away, because I thought, like, it ended on a shit note. Let's just leave it. Let's just pretend it ended with Sean Connery going, I must ask you a question. I must ask you a question. Must ask you a question, but I'm shaving it for later. and then riding off into the sunset. I would have loved that. But instead, bloody, they have to run it into the ground, and it's like, for God's sake, we had enough with all the alien bollocks and Shia LaBeouf and whatever, and we just need to move on now. It should have just been those 3 films, and then leave it there, and then maybe a reboot or something where someone new takes over Indiana Jones. But instead, we're getting a 5th one where Harrison Ford's going to hobble around and slap some people and punch some people. So, yeah.
Maybe it turns out it's all a dream and it's just Harrison Ford at a residential home, just really out of his mind.
But yeah.
No, can I just say, sorry to interrupt you, Liam, but they just break the 4th wall and it's just him at a residential home saying, I hate Star Wars, I hate Indiana Jones. That's all everyone fucking knows about. For fuck's sake, I've had enough of this. And then it just ends there. I'd absolutely love that. I think that'd probably be the best way to end any film ever. Apart from that one film where this guy walks up to the camera and goes, hey, Scotty, Jesus, man. And then the film ends. Apart from that, that'd be the best film ending ever. So, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, the Indiana Jones 5, it's been on the cards for a while, hasn't it? And it's kept getting delayed and this and that, and then, but yeah, I just don't like with Indiana Jones 5. I'm just not really bothered either. I mean, like, why?
Saft in it. I don't blame you.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything more to say.
George has put something. Now that Marvel has used all their George, that's there with an EI, A-list characters. Now using B-list is destined. What?
Destined,
yeah.
Destined. Oh, sorry, yeah. Destined to fail.
Well, with the backing of Disney, they can never fail. Oh no!
I think you're looking at the wrong Indiana Jones.
He's on the wrong site as well, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some old man's balls dangling. God's sake, George.
But
talking of old balls, let's talk about Yoda's ball sack.
If you want.
Well, Ewan McGregor's ball sack, 50-year-old ball. No. But
I think the only thing...
lads, the rain is really coming down now. Gee,
I know.
Is it bad in your town? Is it bad in your town, Liam?
Yeah, I could hear it. I could just hear it blowing like a lot as well against the window. Yeah,
it'd be cool if you and McGregor went flying past your house and went, "Hello there."
Oh god. The only thing that was left to say from this article was it says his last theme was for a weekly dramatic series in 1985 because that was the last time I think, and he wrote 2. I think was it pieces of music for these 2 TV shows in 2000, 2009. But apart from that, yeah, it's been ages since he's wrote anything for TV. John Williams, so
bloody hell. At least he's had a lot of time. At least he's not grafting 24/7 because as an old man you can't be at it 24/7, can you, when it comes to bloody making films or whatever. You need to, unless you're Martin Scorsese, you need a break.
Yeah. So I think now, we can move on to the final topic, which is it's not an article or anything. It's about video games this time. So it's just so what video games are we all looking forward to the most this year?
Aaron, I'll let you take the floor.
I don't know what's coming out this year, to be honest with you. Well, they've announced that GTA 6 is in the works. That's something to talk about.
That definitely won't be for some time.
Yeah, isn't it like 2023, 2024, something like that? It's coming out. Something stupid.
It could be even later.
But I mean, when you think about it, I don't know why it's a GTA rant, but GTA's been on consoles for nearly 10 years. It's gone through 3 console generations. Well, the start of the PS5 and all that. But it's just mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going mad here at the moment. Bloody hell.
I'm trying to look through games that are coming out, and I mean, to be honest, WWE 2K22, bloody hell, I thought they'd scrap that, man. I thought they would have gotten rid of it. Like, I thought ever since 2K, sorry to interrupt, but I thought ever since 2K20, because that was such a bollocks game and broken, I thought they were just going to leave it there, but no, they're continuing it. It's very windy here.
Same.
I was going to say, because a lot of game licenses now are getting really messed around, aren't they? Because wasn't it EA? They've they're gonna, or they were talking about losing the right to the FIFA franchise or something.
You're right, George. Yeah, and I didn't know that they were losing the FIFA franchise. That's.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but they basically said it's up in the air. Or a while ago, they said it was up in the air if EA could hold the rights to all these franchises, because basically the way they're running the business, or running the image of FIFA down, which doesn't take much with FIFA doing it themselves. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, when you pump out something once a year for years and years and years and years, eventually people are going to get fed up, apart from the hardcore football fans. So I guess it makes sense that they're losing the right to some things. I was just going to say, though, I know this is a totally different topic, but yeah, GTA 5 is scheduled to come out in March on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Hold on. Okay. There's Lego in April, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. On a shit ton of platforms. Even the Switch, George, you got to get on top of that then, lad. You've even got to get it, George.
That's the thing about the Lego games. They're usually on loads of platforms.
True, yeah.
And George is bigging up Pokemon in the chat.
What's he saying about it? Let's have a look. Pokemon Legends is probably the biggest... But who's actually playing it apart from you and a few others, George? Like, has it actually sold well? Like, we can't deny the Switch hasn't sold well. That's done 105 million now, which is crazy, because I swear I checked, like, months and months and months ago, and it was, like, 40-odd million. So, like, now, to be at 105 million, fair play to the Switch. There's Nintendo Sports Switch coming out on the Switch, and also, I wonder if are you getting that, George? And there's also Star Wars The Force Unleashed on the Switch. I really think you should get that, George.
Getting ported over, yeah.
That's really
Is that
cool.
the one with Star? Is it Star? Not Star Killer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Star Killer.
Oh yeah.
Star Killer, Juno, Proxy. Sorry, go on.
I remember playing that like the PSP. I think it was the PSP.
Did they release it on the PSP? It must have been a pretty naff. Was it a good version of it or a crap version?
No, it was. To be fair, it was like pretty much the same as the Wii and PS2 versions, except that the graphics were a bit worse because it's the PSP. And it had some different modes as well. Like it had historic missions mode where you could play, so essentially relive certain duels from like episodes 1 to 6, like, which was cool. Sort of Force Unleashed style, I suppose. It's had a few other duel modes as well where you could like duel so many characters from, I guess, like Force Unleashed or the Saga, which was nice too. So yeah,
cool. There's a few games that I'm looking to be announced. So yeah, Fall Guys is meant... Oh no, it's already on the PC, but it's meant to come to the Xbox Series X, Xbox One and Switch this year. Final Fantasy, VII, Ever Crisis, iOS and Android. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition, is coming to iOS and Android somehow. I don't know how the hell they're going to run that. Bloody hell.
They've got the full games on there, haven't they, already? The old ones.
I didn't know. Didn't know that. What else have we got? Kerbal Space Program 2, interesting. Mario, Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. I'm guessing those are the little rabbits from the Wii, the crazy rabbits.
Yeah. It's a sequel to the first one, which came out on the Switch, I think, the year the Switch came out.
Okay, nice. There's Portal, the companion collection, coming to Switch. I'd get that if I was you, George. Portal. I'm guessing it's both the Portal games in one. Let's just click on it just to be sure.
It is, yeah. I've never played the Portal games either, but it's got me interested.
And I'm guessing it says number of players 1 to 2, so that should be very interesting. And that's only coming to the Switch, George, so that's a good move from Nintendo. What else have we got? Splatoon 3, Star Trek Resurgence, Star Wars Hunters, but that's only on the Switch, iOS and Android.
Don't know when that's coming out now. I haven't heard about it since.
Terminator Dark Fate. So is that... yeah, there's nothing really else like that I really know a lot about. I've heard of Warhammer. That's about it, really. I haven't heard of Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2, for God's sake.
George, you can be playing that all day and all night long.
24/7, yeah. They lost FIFA. I know it's on Switch. It sold really well. Switch Sports is a first day buy as a sequel for Wii Sports. They're doing beta tests today, so I need to. Nice, George. But how are you going to get onto the beta tests, or can you just download it like any other beta?
You have to have a membership, switch membership to do.
Oh.
So George has one, doesn't he? So you might be able to get in there.
Let us know then, George, if it's any good. Hopefully, it's a big like co-op game. That should be fun.
Yeah. Well, I watched Nintendo Direct because it was in that, and I thought the last Nintendo Direct was pretty good, to be fair, especially compared to the previous one. And that's a video I'm working on at the moment, which hopefully I'll have out soon.
Direct video, nice.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty good Direct, a lot of good announcements. Yeah,
it is both portals. These were announced in Direct the other day. Nice, cool stuff. Yeah. Nintendo coming out swinging with all these good decisions. I know they're a bit of a twat company themselves because I know some big Nintendo fans who don't like Nintendo as a company just because of their attitude and everything. George, you like Nintendo as a company? I think I know the answer to this one. It's a big fat yes. They're the best company in the history of the universe. But let's see what you say, George. Because I don't know much about them as a company. All I know is that they used to get really angry about gameplay and music. Forgot to plug Liam's channel. Yeah, we do have it in the subscribe channels on ALP. But yeah, there's Liam's channel in the description, everyone. Yeah, it's also called The Gaming... Actually, let's just pop it up as it's his podcast. Let's screenshot it for the shits and giggles. So that's the final segment, isn't it, Liam, for you?
Yeah, I was just going to go through some games I'm looking forward to as well, because there's actually quite a few I forgot about, which are coming this year.
Yeah, go through them, and I'll just get your channel up, and then we'll just...
Okay. Because all I could really think of at first was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, because that's definitely one of the games I'm most looking forward to this year. But there's quite a few, actually. There's... You've got Elden Ring, which is like I think it's like a sort of open world RPG sort of game, which is quite good. Well, so we've got Gotham Knights, which is like, it's like I think it's going to be set in the Arkhamverse, like after the Batman Arkham games. But it's going to follow Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin, I believe. Oh yeah, it's Hogwarts Legacy, if that still comes out this year. What else have we got? We've got Marvel's Midnight Suns. There's that one, which looked interesting. I haven't seen any gameplay though, but I'll have to see. I guess there's God of War Ragnarok, but I still need to play the other God of War games. What else have we got? Yeah, there are a fair few games from Nintendo Direct as well. Not just ports, but new ones too, which is good. I imagine some more. I just think this year's meant to be, well, in my opinion, a really good year for gaming. And games. So, yeah. What about you, Aaron? What do you know? Or
no, I can't really think of. The thing is with games, I usually hear about them 6 months after they've come out and they're on sale. But I mean, I am interested in God of War because aren't Sony porting a lot of PlayStation games to Steam and stuff now?
Probably, yeah. To be fair, there's more and more. Yeah, there's more and more PlayStation games coming to the PC. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm still looking to upgrade my computer because it's just horrific with graphics cards at the moment. But when I get around to that, I'll probably play God of War and stuff like that and all that.
Cool, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming these ports have been good. I know the God of War PC port's meant to be good. So hopefully they can all be good because unfortunately some PC ports are not as good as the console versions.
I think it's good because it has quite good reviews on Steam. I've just lost it then. Here we are. Oh, there we go. I've just got pretty good reviews, yeah. So.
Yeah, by the way, I still want to do a legit or a bit if that's okay. Have you got a story, Aaron, for like Liam, or I've got a story?
I can think of one. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Should we plug the gaming channel now then?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Cool. Here we go. So this is Liam's channel. TGC. This is the profile picture. The way I find it, because there are a lot of TGCs out there, so the way I find it, I type in TGC channel, scroll down a bit till you see this. Click on channels for the filters, and yeah, we've got streams, we've got regular videos here, we got a bit of cheeky gameplay, we got a satisfying kill montage, all sorts of streams. A very nice playlist selection. You know, you've got everything that you could want. Like, it's not just like everything slapped into one area. You know, you got, if there's a specific thing that you like, that you enjoyed out of Liam's content, it's all on here. Every single thing that he's done. Well, every single sort of series that he's done. Yep, really cool stuff. Channels, no channels. Disgrace, ALP should be on there.
I'll have to see if I can change that or do.
And this, I mean, there isn't really much to the, you know, to get people that interested, sadly. But
there's just a few links a bit further down. That's it, really.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. I thought that was all it was. Yeah, here we go. So we do have some links here. That's cool. But yes, it just says, join me for gaming content and more. Do you think you'll ever add more to it, Liam, or do you think you'll just leave it like that? Or
I don't know. I mean, I might just change it a little bit, but
yeah,
no,
you should definitely put this is the gaming channel at the start, and then put some like nice info, and then put that is all at the end. That'd be really cool.
I mean, to be fair, I guess I could finally change that bit. Yeah. I guess when I wrote it in the first place, it was probably all I could think of, and I thought just keep it short and simple. But yeah.
You know, when you went from Vendling to the gaming channel, was you quite hyped? Because you made the video being like, I'm not going to do anything on Vendling anymore. It's all on the gaming and discussion channel. So
yeah, I was looking forward to it. Yeah, just starting afresh and building a new channel and growing that. Yeah, just because I wanted to, and so I was looking forward to it. Yeah,
fair play. But yeah, we've got some absolute banger videos here. Amazing video. I mean, amazing stream. Sorry, really love this one. I wasn't really that bothered about this. It was cool, you know, to see some nostalgic, cool gameplay, but I wasn't really that bothered. It was all right, you know, it was decent. I don't know, I can't remember much about this stream. I don't think I watched it. This one was a bit cool. This was an amazing, phenomenal video.
In all honesty, I think the only reason that Squadron stream has done well is because of the title. I think probably because I put the name of a character in there, like from the books and whatever. So I'm guessing that's what it is. I think.
Can't remember this mission very well. Brilliant. Yeah, you know, there's some cool stuff here. Yeah, amazing. I don't think I even watched this one, sadly. This was really cool with all the editing. That was cool. Yeah, Easter eggs, very cool. Yeah, brilliant. You know, the gaming channel deserves more views than... I think, to be honest, I think all of our channels, like, you know, we all put like effort in and try and make decent content. You know, we all deserve more views, but at the end of the day, as long as we all enjoy the creativity side, that's the most important thing, isn't it? So, yeah. Don't compare it to mine, lol. What do you mean? Oh yeah, George says Nintendo is the best company ever. Yep, he loves it. He loves them to death, which is a bit... Okay, you know. What do you guys think of Nintendo as a company, from what you know?
Very scummy.
What reasons, out of interest? Because I don't know a lot. One of my mates told me they're bad, but I can't remember a lot of them.
Well, they take down... it's a bit hard to get into, but you know, like old games, they take down like emulator sites where you can get ROMs and stuff, where they're only doing... But Nintendo can't make any money off of these old games unless they re-release them on the Switch. But even then, these games on the ROMs, sorry, you can edit and tweak to run at like 120 FPS if you want, and you know, they're just doing... It's just really like anti-consumer practices they're doing, and it's stuff like they're not allowing. There was that kid, wasn't there, who passed away, and they went to sue the family because he went to put Mario on his coffin or something.
Did they actually do that?
It was something ridiculous, like they wouldn't allow Mario on there, or it was something
that
really
is
stupid.
Absolutely horrendous. You should not be sucking off your material like that. if you're gonna suck off your material, like George, that's far worse. Rockstar's a decent company. What are you talking about, George? They make all the worst thing Rockstar has done is ruin Red Dead Online, milk GTA 5, milk the tits off GTA 5 to another level. What else have they done? The definitive edition was quite scummy, but they haven't gone to someone's funeral and sued the family after a child died because they had Mario on the coffin. I mean, that George saying that's worse than Rockstar. That's mental, mate. That's just some next level shrill for the company. And Blizzard, I don't. Probably
some racist stuff that came out, wasn't there? Or I might be wrong. Yeah, I might be wrong, to be honest.
It's the Activision Blizzard stuff, isn't it? Like there was a lot of controversy not too long ago, wasn't there? And
no, I don't know. They're probably
they're being treated and whatever. The workers.
I don't know. Let's just say they're both the same amount of horrificness, Blizzard and bloody Nintendo. So.
Sexual misconduct. That was it.
Yeah.
Because they kept sharing this woman's pictures and she killed herself. Then they were joking about it. So. So that is quite horrendous. Well, it's absolutely horrific and horrendous, but suing people after someone's died, that's absolutely horrendous as well. And Rockstar just milking a few things and making some weird decisions, that's not bad, George. I think you're just loving Nintendo too much right there, bro.
Remember, George got that little toy for £2.
Yeah, the bargain. The bargain.
But I'm only joking, George. I'm only joking.
But I was just going to say thanks for plugging the channel. I really appreciate it.
No worries at all. Let's move on to legit or a bit then. So, I once ended an Elvis performance by running up on stage and going, au revoir! So, do you want to ask some questions?
So, it is me figuring it out, isn't it? Just checking.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. So you ended an Elvis performance, did you say?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask some questions? Yeah, I'm trying to think of questions. Okay, when did this happen and where did it happen?
In 2009. Basically, at a local pub, my second cousin was singing a load of Elvis songs, Elvis performances, like singing the songs. And he finished at the end. And then I went up and I said, can I have the mic? And I just went, au revoir! And then walked off the stage. Because that was the end of the performance.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if there's anything. I'm going to say that it's false.
Yes! Yes. No, it was true. Yeah, when I was 9, like as I say, my second cousin was just singing a bunch of Elvis songs on his birthday. And then in a local pub, and I just went up at the end and went au revoir. So,
God.
I was like 9. So,
yeah,
it was just like the family there. It wasn't members of the public in the pub. It was like the lounge area of this pub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't. He had hired out the pub. He wasn't like doing a genuine performance. So yeah, it was true, all true. So classic. And George, why are you defending Nintendo? George, if they did this to you, you'd be pissed off. At least they didn't SA. No, it wasn't. No, one of them sexually assault her, and then everyone was laughing about her killing herself from the nudes, which is horrendous. But you can't just be like, I'm not justifying Blizzard. I'm saying both Blizzard and Nintendo are horrible. So what are you going to... What bargain? When you bought like a toy for £2 and then you had to pay 75 quid for this Pokemon game? That's the bargain, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, Aaron, do you want to give Liam a story?
Yeah, right. I know I've... Oh, wait, no, I need to think how to word this. Okay. In school... secondary school, I won't say which one. I Walked in. It was the first week of school. Walked into the wrong classroom, did a test, got the highest mark, walked out, and then went to my actual class and did another test.
Wow.
I should also add as well, the teacher tried to find me like for a year after and couldn't.
Couldn't find you for a year?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if there's any point in asking, but what test was it? Do you know what subject it was? Or
it was English.
Okay. But you weren't even meant to be in there, and you weren't even meant to be doing that test.
No, I walked into the wrong room because I don't know how the numbering system was labelled, but if it was like E7, I walked into E1 and just assumed it was the right class and then walked out. Well, I did a test and walked out.
Okay. And it was the highest mark in the class, or was it the highest
yeah,
mark?
It was. Well, I don't want to say why it was the highest mark, but the teacher was very impressed, and yeah, he's been. Well, I doubt he's looking for me now, but back then he was looking for me for quite a while.
I'm going to say it's true.
Yeah, it is true. To be honest.
Actually got one.
Well done. That was amazing. That was amazing.
God.
That was such a difficult one to get, and you got it, Liam.
Because didn't I tell you that once, James?
No, you never told me, so I would have really struggled with that one.
Oh, well.
I'm glad I actually got one.
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting you. I probably would have gone for true, but I wouldn't have been confident at all. It would have been like a guess. So.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm going to say is I'm really bad with room numbers, so I just walked into the wrong one, and then because I'm not insulting people here, but it was the bottom set English, and I'm not in the bottom set of English, and
yeah. What are you going on about, George?
He's going to dox us, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he just said a set, a class. I think he means like the lowest set.
But yeah, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, to be fair, other secondary schools probably have it like that as well, so he's not doxing anything, so thankfully.
And if he just puts like the teacher's name in the school,
yeah,
the postcode.
Yeah. The postcode is E. Anyway. Aaron, do you want to do the would you rather, the crazy would you rather from you?
Oh, I haven't thought of one.
All right. Actually, I think I should start doing jingles for every segment. All right, so it's.
Do you want me to explain the premise now? But I can think of one for the next one. So the other day, I got a bit weird with. Oh, that sounds mad. I got weird with the lads. I got weird. I asked James a very bizarre question. It was, would you rather have one extra leg that is fused? It's just above the bit, like the tailbone of your spine, and it's completely independent from you, and it's kicking and going mad, and it's trying to get away, and it's trying to drag you away? Or would you rather have both your normal legs just fused together, so it's one big leg? I don't know what you said, James. Did you?
No, you didn't ask me. You asked like George, Ben, and Liam.
Oh yeah, I asked George, and he started getting not turned on by it, but he got very into it, you know. And I think he went for the extra leg, and surprisingly, Liam went for the two legs fused together.
Well, I guess to kick off this cheeky segment, Aaron's would you rather, I would go for the. How big's the leg on your back?
It's the size of your other legs.
So it's just kicking and going mess.
Well, it's like trying to drag you away, you know. Or this is a little curveball. You can either have it at the tailbone of your spine, or just above like your. Well, you know.
Oh, for God's sake! I'll go for the tail end of the spine.
Yeah,
yeah. Having all the legs fused, both your legs fused together and jumping all the time, it would probably get really difficult. So. Even if the other leg's kicking and going mental, I'd probably just like say, everyone move out the way, move out the way. I'll probably try and brief people. And I don't know, I'm not, I saw this weird meme where like this woman horse, like her tail was talking, and then she sat on the tail while it was talking because it was saying stupid stuff. It was this meme I saw ages ago. So I guess I know the leg isn't talking, but I guess I try and sit on the leg or put it between my legs. But then you look mental. You look like you're trying to hold it, you go, and then you're just walking really slow. I don't know. I'll probably have to go for that though. I'd rather do that than jump around all the time. So.
Okay, so I'll come up with like a little video thing of saying, Aaron, what was it? Aaron's Would You Rather or something like that.
Yeah, could you saying it though? Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Aaron's Would You Rather?
I can do something similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, yeah.
I will try my best to replicate
it. You could show your boobies on it, that'd be quite interesting.
I'm only doing that for 1,000 subs.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough, yeah. Well, we can nicely wrap up there. Really cool Liam taking over. Yeah, good banter. The next takeover will either, I don't know, be George, Aaron, or Ben, but probably George next, as he's really eager to take over the podcast again for some reason. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next podcast where I can do all the Liam memes again. But you know, I like to try and stick to rules so I don't like mess up anyone's mojo. So yeah, do you want to do? Could you say this is? Oh no, sorry, I can't get you to do anything. That should have been one of the rules. Would you want to do a cheeky outro and be like goodbye and see you and whatever? So.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll just say this is the gaming channel, and that is all.
Brilliant. See you, everyone. Later. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.